Hi everyone and welcome to the General Hospital recap for September 13th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. At the bridge, Michael sums up basically what his mom said about the fiance. So her fiance died and she was investigated. For two people that are supposedly really honest, that's a lot to leave out. Nelle says that she was afraid. She already almost tore his family apart. Yeah. She thought revealing this would hurt her image again. Honey. Michael wants to know what happened. And she says that she was engaged. She planned a trip to Maine before the wedding craziness. Zach, that's her fiance, Zach's kayak took on water and the water was too cold. She couldn't go after him. She's not a strong swimmer. And the water was too strong. Neither of them were wearing life jackets, which was not a good idea. Their phones were on the shore, which I agree with, because you really don't want to drop your phone or put it in a Ziploc bag. But anyway, and she stuck her oar out for him, and he couldn't swim to her. And it haunts her. She runs all the scenarios in her head about what she could have done. And I can just picture her in the kayak oh, here's my oar. And Zach being oh no. And she's oh no, you can't reach it. But that's just because I don't like her. I don't, the whole thing is too cringy for me. I am not on board for this relationship at all. After he asked her about the missing kayak plug, that does raise some questions. Everything else is kind of public record. The weather, the fact that they were unfamiliar with the area because they had never been there before. So he asks again why Zach's family got the police involved. Because it takes a lot more to open an investigation like they did. And she says that a few weeks before he died, he made her the beneficiary to his will, and it was totally his idea. And I'm glad he had to drag that out of her. Because you think that's something you would just add in the story. Oh, by the way, this is why they were suspicious. Because the more someone needs to pull it out of you, the more it's oh, you weren't ever gonna tell them this part. She says that she didn't want his money. Yes, it was fun spending time around a rich family, the mansion, the kitchens, the this and that, the all of it. And I was okay, you're literally kind of describing the Quartermaine mansion, so chill. And he's well, what? The Morocco trip was all new to you, like you were saying? And she says, well, we never took a trip like that. We went to Maine. We were going to travel after we got married. She says the family came for her as soon as he died. Everyone did. She wasn't even allowed to go to his funeral. He asked if she loved him, and she says she thought she did. She was happy. It was the happiest she'd been up to that point. Okay. So she asked, does he believe she killed Zach? He won't exactly say, but he wants to go to the hospital and invites her along. He believes in her. Oh, she was so afraid. And then I just have literally written here, ugh. I'm going to take a poll. Are you against Nelle and Michael being together? Are you indifferent, you honestly don't care? Or are you yes, I love this relationship so much? For all of them, except maybe the indifferent one. Why? So that's your essay. 3 paragraphs in the comments. Just kidding. At General Hospital, Monica is crying. She's afraid Jason won't come out of it. Bobby helps her through it. Monica second guesses her choices throughout Jason's life. And Bobby tells her not to. They just have to live with their choices and move forward. They talk about the past and how their friendship has endured even sometimes hardship. Nelle and Michael arrive. Woo! Bobby immediately confronts her. Michael had gone right into Jason's room. So Bobby threatens to tell Michael about Zach. And Nelle calls her bitter and miserable. And okay, just saying, I'm just going to put my little 2 cents in here. If someone's coming after you for being a cold-hearted, heartless human being, don't give them validation for it. I know Nelle's fed up with Bobby, but I've been fed up with a lot of people, and I don't let them know. In a way, I don't know, that's why I can't totally buy Nelle as a genuine, honest person, because of how she treats Bobby. And I'm fully acknowledging that Bobby is constantly going after her, okay? And that would annoy me too, but if this is the grandmother of someone I'm dating, I wouldn't go to her level. You know what I mean? If she's hey Carly, you're heartless and I'm pretty sure you're a murderer, I'd be well, I'm sorry you feel that way, and I would like us to move forward, and how can we do that? I'm just realizing my tripods have 2 different brand stickers on them, but they're the same tripod, so one of these is a liar. Michael comes out of Jason's room, and Bobby makes a beeline for him. And Michael's like, I know already. And Bobby's like, she's lying. And Michael's like, hey, I'm making my choice to believe in now. And he wants them to all take a step back. So I'm basically Michael. Bobby will take a step back, but she hopes she won't regret it. Nelle asks Michael if he's okay. I hope he does regret it, but like not that he's seriously injured. Like, I don't know, maybe Nelle will push him down a hole. Like, I think if they're gonna go with this whole she killed her fiance for his money story, they go all the way with it and totally turn Nelle into like Lisa freaking Niles. I just got excited. At Finn's place, Anna wants to speak to him. And he's like, no. And she's like, well, then I'm gonna break in. So he's like, fine. And he opens the door as she's like pushing it in. So she falls and hurts her wrist really bad. So he's taking care of her. And she asks about Hayden. And he's like, oh, it was a false alarm. Like, don't even worry about it. Meanwhile, I didn't say this. I may have said it. I don't think I said it in the video I did. But I didn't address it in the video where Hayden actually left because it was just very jarring at the time. But Hayden, the character we know, would never hurt Finn like that and lie to him about losing the child when she didn't. Like, it's so out of character, and that she wouldn't do that, and it's just, I'm not happy about that at all. And I was like, well, maybe it's a way to bring her on. And my mom's like, well, maybe it's a way to bring a kid on. And I'm like, oh, so they could bring the kid on without Hayden. Yeah. Don't do that, General Hospital. I'm forbidding it. Anna has news about the diamond. She gathered intel. The diamond was stolen from Montenegro, and they believe the group that stole it was headed by Valentine Cassadine, aka Theo Hart. But they couldn't find evidence because that's what he's really good at doing, burying evidence. But they know the third party, Cassandra Pierce. Cassie, someone has your name on General Hospital again. Pierce, no, actually, let's call her Cassie, okay? And by the way, if you just watch my videos on this channel and you don't know Cassie, go check out Cassie's videos. She's my best friend. We start this channel together, and she used to do General Hospital recaps too, but she hasn't watched in a while. I'm trying to figure out a way to do a video where she watches an episode and is like, what is happening? But I can't figure out a way to do it. So, instead of calling her Cassandra Pierce, we're calling her Cassie. Cassie invested her money in illegal commodities. Anna's going to try to find a way to charge them, because also Cassie's really good at bearing evidence too. But she needs Finn because of his skills as a doctor. She can't get to Cassie on her own because Cassie's a hypochondriac. But she is in constant contact with doctors because of that. And speaking of hypochondriac, I have been doing some major cleaning around my house, and I unearthed some dust. And I didn't have anything over my face. Like, I got the idea after, and I inhaled some dust. And then for the rest of the day, I was convinced, like, I had this headache, and I was like, oh my God, I have given myself a horrendous brain infection. Like, that dust went up my nose, so obviously I need to go to the hospital, like, right now. And my mom's like, you're fine. Take an Advil. You have a headache. And after the solar eclipse, too, because I accidentally got a peek of it with no glasses or anything while it was, like, after the main part, but it was still, like, 60% covered because it was, I can't do it with my hands, but, like, I saw the sun blotted out by the moon with my own eyes for, like, 2 seconds behind cloud cover, and then I got a headache, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have burned my retinas, and I will never be able to see again. And my mom was like, take an Advil, you'll be fine. And I was. I relate to Cassie, is what I'm trying to tell you. Basically, it'd be a great opportunity for both of them, because he's a doctor and she can talk to him, but he's not super thrilled about the idea. Anna says that, oh, I'll be there right with you. Okay, that's worked out in the past. And Finn's like, hey, you know what? It's been a hard year. And I'm like, mood, Dr. Finn, mood. He won't do it, and for now, he won't change his mind. Bye, Anna. For now. She'll be back. She always is. She's Anna. At Carly's, first of all, Milo is on my screen, and I'm so happy. I love him, and give him an epiphany, like a real storyline where I can see them together, because I'm pretty sure they're adorable. Can you tell I've been watching a lot of Jenna Marbles videos lately? Because I'm taking on her cadence. Second off, Oscar was the one breaking in, And Milo doesn't believe him when he said he was here to see Jocelyn because Jocelyn is too young to date. Honestly, I understand where Milo's coming from because the last time he saw Jocelyn, she was like 7 and now she's like 14. So I can understand that he would believe she'd be too young to date. Carly says, well, this is Oscar. He is Jocelyn's friend. Apparently he went in the back door when the front door was locked and no one would answer. And then he's like, well, Jocelyn asked me over, but Jocelyn isn't there. And Sonny asks, like, why are you breaking into the house? Like, what you doing? He says Jocelyn had said to come over, but that she might have her headphones in and might not hear him at the door, so just to come in. Which, by the way, if you're expecting company, don't have all your headphones on. They all forgive him, but Milo's holding out. Why isn't Jocelyn here if she invited him over? And would you know it, Jocelyn comes in and is like, what is happening? And Milo asks if she invited this boy over. I love him. Milo, be my best friend. Jocelyn had texted, oh my goodness, we've lost a son. Turns out Jocelyn had texted Oscar, but the message never sent. Been there. She was waiting for him at school, but Oscar thought that they were meeting at her house. Milo didn't believe Oscar when he had tried to explain, because he had tried to explain. Oscar apologizes again, and Sonny's like, you're fine, you're fine. But he advises him to use his intelligence next time, and maybe don't break into a house. Sonny asks for a word with Jocelyn. Carly's gonna have a conversation with Oscar. Sonny sends Milo to check the grounds. Sonny tells Jocelyn that he put something in motion that got out of control, hence the extra security. It won't be forever though. He just needs to protect them while he's getting everything together. And she wants him to be careful too. And they hug, and it's just like really heartwarming because I'm glad to see them getting along again. Carly asks if Oscar's mom knows exactly who he's seeing. And he's like, well, she knows I have a friend who's a girl. Carly and Sonny then huddle after their conversation. She tells him about hers, he tells him about his, and they talk about possibly calling Oscar's mom, but decide, like, not now, but if it gets a little more serious, definitely, because, like, we'd want to know if our daughter was dating the son of a crime lord, and Sonny's like, think I'm a crime lord, and I'm like, stop it, you. He tells her the conversation with Jocelyn went really well. She's like, oh, Jocelyn again. Carly is worried about what she told Michael about Nelle. She's not sure how that's sitting. Back at the bridge, Jocelyn and Oscar are at the bridge now. She feels like one of the former first children with this whole protection detail. And Milo apparently is with them, but off in the corner. Jocelyn will understand if Oscar wants to call things off. This could all be very jarring. But he won't. He doesn't want to. And they kiss. And I'm like, oh, they're adorable. My little Jocelyn's growing up, guys. And now end scene. Finn prepares Roxy to move on onto a life without Hayden. He doesn't think helping Anna will help anything. Anna is determined to get Finn in on this whole Cassie situation. Monica and Bobby meet up again. Bobby had a run-in with Michael, but doesn't want to burden her with the story right now. It's a long story. Nelle clarifies her earlier statement about thinking she was in love with her fiance. She understands real love because of Michael now. She won't let him down or betray his trust. She loves him. He loves her. And I'm sitting here like, remember Abby? Hashtag, I think I've since put that video in private. But bring Abby back? I don't care. Carly knows Nelle is spinning this whole situation and Michael's going to forgive her. Oscar caught a lightning bug. It's the last of the season. And if they wish on it and let it go, it'll come true. I'm sorry. Why did no one ever tell me this? There are so many wishes I could have made. Like, seriously. Do you have any lightning bugs are here? Do you know how many end of the seasons New Jersey has? We have at least 3 before fall or winter actually really starts. Okay? When do lightning bugs stop? I don't know. I just see them all the time. But, like, I needed some wishes, guys. And no one told me this. I feel personally attacked right now. Well, I'm like, Stranja. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching the recap for September 13th. I will see you in 2 seconds for the 14th, and then we're getting these up. Woo! Okay, I'll see you then. Have a good day. Bye!